Welcome back to another New Comic Fans podcast. We took last week off for 4th of July. I'm back with my partner in crime as always, Josh. How's it going?
Going pretty good. I want to be the very best. Pokemon GO! Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Pokemon GO came out I guess in the last week.
Yeah, it came out the 6th.
Yeah, it came out the 6th, and Josh looks like he has not slept since then.
I've had a hard time, man. They say don't use it while you're driving, so I keep it in the seat next to me for the invisible passenger to take care of. But it doesn't work when you're driving anyways if you're going too fast. Just a heads up there. Don't play while you're driving. It's not safe. It's not recommended. Don't do it.
But if you are playing while you're driving, you gotta go slower than 45 miles per hour.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because it uses the GPS and the accelerometer in your phone to determine if you're actually moving or not. Because, like, one of the first things I got was an egg, and it said you need to go 10 kilometers to hatch it. And I was like, that's no problem, man. I got to drive to work. That's cool. Fine, whatever. Yeah, I didn't count it at all. So, it doesn't count if you're going super fast on the road.
No. Can you tell us how many kilometers, how many miles 10 kilometers are?
It's a little over 6, or right about 6.
Oh. Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I had to Google it. But I've been obsessed with it, man. Like I sit here at work and I just check my phone. Like I'll open the app, see if there's anyone close to me, then I close it. And if there's not, and then a couple minutes later, check it again, see if there's another Pokemon close to me.
So what you're saying is you have not been productive.
And I've been very productive. It's a necessary distraction from work to keep you focused on your objective.
And your objective right now is to catch them all.
My objective right now is to catch them all. What the heck is that?
And be the very best. He's actually playing right now.
I'm actually playing right now. I loaded it up, and there's one that I haven't seen before. I don't know what it is. It's the original 151, in case you were wondering. You just tap the little bar in the bottom right corner, and it's the one that doesn't have an actual colored picture. It's the original 151, so for me, this is my generation of Pokemon. Like, after this, I don't have a clue what else they had, so this is what I grew up with. So I'm catching my favorites from back in the day, as well as trying to catch anything else. But there's a couple of gyms close to my house, and I'm Team Valor. That's what my team is, in case you're wondering. Team Valor. It's the blue team. Go blue team. And, like, the two gyms close to my house are yellow, which is Instinct, and red, which is something else that I don't know. And their Pokemon are, like, way higher than me. It's like, that's not fair, man. I want to be able to battle and learn. It's frustrating.
I'm not sure what that is.
See, I think it might be the octopus, but I don't know what. Tentacool?
Yeah, Tentacool.
Not Tentacruel, though. That's a different one. That's Evolution, in case y'all were wondering.
And this is also my generation of Pokemon as well. The original 151, they are the shiznit.
They're the very best, man.
Yes. And Gold and Silver and Crystal, they're good too. I like those also. But after that, I kind of was falling out of it. Mainly because the starters were just not as enjoyable for me after the original 151. Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, those are...
Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu, whatever. He can go screw himself.
Pikachu, more like Peekaboo. Boo.
Yeah, Peekaboo.
I wonder what Jinx looks like, because this generation was...
That could be Jinx.
No, it's definitely not Jinx. Or maybe it's Mr. Mime. It's one of them where, in this generation, was like super racist. And they altered it after that. So I'm curious on how they have it look in this generation. Or in this instance of the game. And I'm also wondering if they're going to put more in. Because right now it's very basic. Like, you walk around, catch Pokemon in the wild. If you run out of Pokeballs, you're screwed. Because I ran out of Pokeballs earlier and I'm not paying money. I'm sorry. Not going to happen.
He said that, but he got in trouble. I heard an argument between him and his wife about that he spent $275 on Pokemon last week.
She's mad at me because we ride around in her car because it's super fancy and it's got air conditioning. So we ride around in her car. And it's like I'm not paying attention to her while she's driving and talking and trying to have a communication with me because I'm like, I got to check in on the Pokestop. I got to see this Pokemon that's available. I got to check this gym, see if I can attack it or battle it or whatever. And she's like, just put your phone down. Stop playing games. I'm like, no. I want to be the very best. Like no one ever was.
We're going to have to get that theme song. That's going to be our new theme song. We're going to sing it for y'all.
Do you remember how it goes? It's your turn to sing a theme song. All right. I did it for like 4 weeks in a row.
I only know it because I recently started watching the original.
Recently.
Yeah, when I say recently, I don't mean like in the last couple years. I mean like in the last 6 months. Started watching the original story with Ash and them.
Ash, Misty, Brock.
Yeah. Did you know that they claim that I've seen pastas on this or whatever they're called for
pastas?
Yeah, that's like what they call it when there's like this creepy or when there's this reason why a show is the way it is. Anyway,
they call it spaghetti. Like
no.
they call it pasta. Really?
I'm pretty sure they do.
All right, that's weird. I never heard that.
The pasta, and it was that the Pokemon series on TV. That's his dream. He gets struck by lightning in the first episode, and that's why he's late. And that he's literally dreaming all that. None of it's real.
Oh,
and that's why he never makes it to the end. Like I haven't made it to the end yet, so spoiler alert. But supposedly the show ends before he makes it to the Elite Four.
Wow.
And it's because he's dreaming. That's why he's never really in danger.
Because his daggone mom wakes him up.
Yeah, but he's like never really in danger. And the way that Team Rocket is always showing up where he's at is because he's dreaming it. And that's why no one ever really gets hurt. I don't know. It's just interesting, but food for thought.
Team Rocket's blasting off again. They were hilarious, man.
Yeah, and Meowth is pretty awesome too.
Meowth is pretty good.
So your favorite Pokemon non-starter?
Non-starter?
So, yeah, from the originals, which takes out Eevee because that was a starter for your rival in Yellow.
It was?
It was.
I didn't know that. Pikachu,
Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. We're going to take out those 5.
Dang.
Favorite Pokemon other than them?
My top one would probably be Growlithe. Because I like Eevee's probably my top one anyways. But I'd probably say Growlithe.
Do you like his evolved form?
Arcanine's alright. But I think I would prefer the puppy version.
Really?
Yeah.
I really like Arcanine. He's really strong too. Except for being a fire Pokemon, which are pretty much garbage and...
Except for Charizard.
He's okay, but they're not really that good in the first ones, because they have so many weaknesses, and no one when you get to the end uses grass Pokemon
because they know it's like, all right, we need water because there's fire everywhere.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of ice Pokemon either, because ice is weak to fire as well. So
yeah.
So Arcanine, Growlithe.
Yeah, Growlithe's probably my favorite.
If you include the other 5, who's your favorite?
Eevee.
Eevee? More than Pikachu? Really?
Yeah, hands down. Wow. I don't want no Vaporeon or Jolteon or Flareon.
Yeah?
I don't want those. I just want Eevee.
Umbreon, I think he is the dark Pokemon evolved form in Silver, Crystal, and Gold. He's pretty cool too. He's pretty strong. And Espeon
I know you're
the
just
psychic one.
saying stuff that I don't even know about.
Yeah. I know the first 250 I'm pretty familiar with. After that, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I went and watched the Pokemon movie, the original Pokemon movie, in theaters when it came out.
I watched it on DVD or on VHS.
My Pikachu card, and then I still have my Pokeball with my gold-plated. I'm pretty sure it's Mewtwo that's inside of it. It's still in the original box.
Really?
Still in the original
I wonder how much
package
that's worth.
Everything. I don't know, but I went through my storage unit the other day because I've been moving, so I happened to see it and I was like, I wonder if it's still in here. Sure enough, it still is. I was like, heck yeah, that's freaking awesome, man! I got my original first movie Pokeball.
That's pretty cool. I didn't see it in theaters. I don't even know. Did you see it in our town or in Arizona?
No, I lived in Arizona at the time, so
okay. We're in Texas, so
yeah,
I don't remember.
I have connections.
I don't remember if we saw it if it was in theaters in Texas or not. And where we live at, when I was a kid, the theater was like 4. We had 4 movies there. So if it wasn't like one of the top ones,
well, then being in Texas, it's like, well, it reminds me of South Park. It's like, no, it's the what they call it in South Park, Chin Pokemon or something like that.
Oh yes.
And they're like, no, it's evil. Only
Right.
if it was like that too while we were kids. Like I don't. My mom was like, go for it, have fun, enjoy the movie, and I was like, girl.
Yep. So, what was I gonna say?
I don't know. You didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you.
But you can tell me now, though.
So did you play the Pokemon card game?
I did. I don't know if I ever went to any tournaments or anything, but I did have my own collection at one point in time.
Do you still have them?
I think I still do.
You think? Really?
Well, they're in storage. I don't have them like in my back pocket. I don't carry them around in my lunchbox, man.
Well, just so you guys know, let me open up my... I'm just joking. I don't have them like in front of me, but they're beside me over here. I just dusted them off today.
Slightly off center.
Yeah, every Monday I dust them off. But no, I had a bunch of them. I think we might have battled each other back in the day a little bit.
I think we did, because we whenever we were younger, we were into it, and then we were out of it, and then we got back into it again. Because I remember going to the local game store and buying cards, but that was while I was in college or right after college. It was like 20-something-year-old dude going to buy Pokemon cards.
Yeah, what was that store that we had over there where Hastings is at? There was a comic book store, I think, right there.
I think it was just called the comic book store.
Yeah, it wasn't open. It was like open on and off again, but they sold Pokemon cards, and they would even buy them because they had a Charizard. If you guys remember, the Charizard was like the one that was worth so much money, and they had one there. It was for sale forever for $150, and then one day you bought it, right?
I wish.
No.
Those cards are worth some money, man.
Yeah, some of them are. I don't know how much. I wonder how much they're worth now. Because I have quite a few. I think I have all the starters except for Charizard. Chansey,
Dang.
I got a Chansey too. That used to be worth a lot. There's some other ones too that I like. I mean, some other ones too that I have that were supposedly worth some money. I don't. Like I said, I don't know what they're worth now.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
fun.
cool.
So Pokemon Go, are you the listeners, viewers, whatever you guys are?
The audience.
The audience. Are you guys playing this? And let us know. Let us know what starter you got, and if you're in.
What team you are. I know I don't know what the red team's called. I know it's Team Instinct for yellow, Team Valor for blue, and then Team Red.
Yeah, so let Josh know what team you're on, so that maybe you guys can hook up or something.
Yeah, help me out. Help a team blue. Go blue team.
And I am not playing it because it does not work on my iPad 2 so far. At least I haven't been able to get it to work, and I don't have a fancy iPhone. I'm not that cool.
Get it on with the cool kids club, man. You have to get a fancy phone to play Pokemon.
That's true. So I'm not playing right now.
You're going to be behind. You're going to be so far behind.
Or maybe I'm going to be so far ahead.
They'll give you like a bonus. It's like, oh, since you're just now starting, here's blah, 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 blah.
Here's 30 EVs.
Right? Evolve as you see fit.
So cool. So I guess that's what we're going to... We started the show off with some Pokemon talk. I don't know. Hope you guys were expecting that, but...
Yeah, I don't think we were expecting that.
We were not expecting to talk about it for 15 minutes, but...
That wasn't even on our list of stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, I don't think so. But you've been playing it so much that you haven't... Have you done anything comic book related? Since Pokemon Go came out?
I read some comic books.
Since Pokemon Go came out?
I actually did since Pokemon Go came out. Yeah.
My chair is squeaking today. It's driving me nuts.
I actually need to get the newest DC comics. I forget which ones that we're reading. I think it's Batman. We ended up getting the Batman and Superman actual series since we actually know what the heck they are now.
Right.
I need to get in. I need to read back over the first one and get the second one because it just came out recently. I'm fairly positive.
And then I think we're going to be reading this week, so we'll be talking more about comic books next Monday. Maybe some Ghostbuster talk too. We haven't decided if we're going to talk about it next week or maybe we wait a week. But we will go see Ghostbusters and we'll talk about it. Since we brought it up, how excited are you for the Ghostbuster movie?
I mean, I could see it, but I couldn't see it. Like, I'm not going to break my back to go watch it. I'm not going to be waiting in line and be one of the first ones to see it.
Do you care that it's got 4 women instead of 4 men?
Doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me either. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. If it's not, then it's not.
Now, if they show all the funny moments in the previews or like in the ads, what are they called? Trailers? I was
Trailers,
like, what are they called? In the trailers, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, I mean, usually Melissa McCarthy, isn't that her name?
I think so, yeah.
She's pretty funny, and...
Is that the one from Gilmore Girls? I'm going to say no. Oh, I thought one of them was on Gilmore Girls at one point. Now she was in the spy movie. Like I Spy or something. Wasn't that her?
That's Melissa McCarthy, but I'm not familiar with Gilmore Girls, so I'm not going to be able to...
That's how she got her start, man. Come on now.
She's also in Mike and Molly.
Who's Mike and Molly?
That's a sitcom that comes on Monday nights.
I've never heard of it.
Or it used to come on...
Or maybe I've heard of it, I've just never seen it. Now, Gilmore Girls. Rory, do you not know any... Come on, man.
I don't know what you're talking about right now. Yeah, remember, when we decided to make this podcast, you were going to cover Gilmore Girls and be the Gilmore Girls expert.
Well, none of the people on Gilmore Girls, other than Lauren Graham, interest me. And that's the mom. Because she's hot.
Okay.
I said it. All right, I'm seeing if Melissa McCarthy's in there. Sorry, hold on. Let me Google this. Melissa McCarthy is Sookie St. James. Bam! She was on the show for 7 years. 153 episodes. Get wrecked. Don't you doubt my Melissa McCarthy knowledge?
And for you, all you fans that tuned into the show that you're just talking about Gilmore Girls,
welcome.
Be thankful you stuck around.
Hey, nothing wrong with Gilmore Girls, man. If you hadn't seen it, you don't know. I haven't seen it either.
I just don't know.
She was in Central Intelligence also. Did you not see that? The Boss? Lego Dimensions? That's a video game. She was in a video game? Yeah, she was in a movie called Spy.
Yeah, I know. I did not know she was in Gilmore Girls, though.
Oh. Yeah, me
I was
either.
not doubting who Melissa McCarthy was. I was doubting.
You were more surprised that I do that?
I was surprised at all this Gilmore Girl talk we had going on.
Oh. Sorry.
So, bottom line, Josh has a thing for Melissa McCarthy.
No,
I
said
Girls.
Lauren Graham. I said Lauren Graham.
So anyway, back to
on topic.
Well, I digress.
Ghostbusters, right?
Ghostbusters,
Is that what we're talking about?
Well, the only thing that concerns me is I don't remember. Well, I don't think it concerns me, but I think it's kind of cool that they are having some new inventions. I think you actually see your fellow Gilmore Girl friend here use that little thing to punch a ghost in the trailer.
Oh.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah?
I don't know what it's called, but
A gauntlet.
maybe.
I don't know.
So it is. Plus, it's got Thor in it. So
It's kind of boring. Really? He makes an appearance?
well, it's
What's
not really
his name?
Chris Hemsworth.
Okay, let's make sure. Does he have a brother?
Yes.
What's his name?
His last name's Hemsworth.
Touche. I think it's Liam. Because I think
so.
Liam's the one that... Yeah, Liam and Luke. I think Liam's the one that's associated with Miley Cyrus. Or is that Chris? Am I just getting way off topic? I keep up with my celebrities, alright? I don't. Maybe some Kardashians, but that's about it.
He's keeping up with them. Oh my gosh, what a way we...
Keeping up with the Kardashians, baby, yeah.
So,
Anyway.
but today, back to the show. Josh is sitting here wearing his plaid shorts that are gray with his lighter gray shirt.
That's a blue. It's not anywhere near gray. It's like a teal blue.
It's dark in this room. We're sitting so far apart also.
Did I just learn that you were colorblind?
I'm supporting my orange shirt. It says "Cool Story, Bro."
Tell it again.
Tell it again.
All right, so Liam Hemsworth. No.
That was not a sign.
Oh, I thought that was a good segue. I'm going to tell it again.
Anyway, so today's episode, what a heck of an intro. 20 minutes in, we talked about Pokemon.
That's a 20-minute intro.
And Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, buddy. And the Kardashians.
And the Kardashians. Did you see that video of Kim?
Which one? Whenever she got married with Kanye in Paris? That one?
Yeah, that one.
That one?
Anyway, so today's episode, we're going to talk about, on top of Pokemon, we're going to talk about Voltron.
Voltron?
And you're not going to believe this, guys. I wanted to open with this, and we got distracted with the Pokemon GO theme song. Josh saw Batman vs. Superman.
Ultimate Edition.
The Ultimate Edition. I saw it with him, too. And so you're going to hear our thoughts on that version of the Batman vs. Superman movie.
Yeah, and hopefully, here pretty quick, we'll have my insight into what I think the movie's going to be like. We recorded it before I watched it, and then after I watched it, to kind of get my reaction to how the movie was, how I thought it was going to go, and then how it actually was. So be sure to check out our YouTube channel, and
yeah, that
you
we
can
should
find
get
that.
it up.
What's up?
You think we'll be able to get that up this week, probably?
This week, more than likely.
Yeah, we'll get it up. It'll be a look for it Thursday or Friday. We'll have it up Thursday or Friday.
We'll tweet about it too. We'll be like, hey, look at this. Look at this guy. Look at him.
Yeah. So, and FYI, spoiler alert: Josh did not call that Superman was dying.
Did not call that.
So, anyway, we're gonna start off with some Voltron talk. And so what was your feelings on the Voltron series?
It was a really good series. I told you, I said the last episode we did, because we were off for the 4th of July. We decided to take a break, unintentionally but intentionally. And it was like, hey, we're gonna watch the rest of the series, and we're gonna talk about it. I watched it in 2 nights. It was one of those just keep rolling. It got really good. I actually got somewhat of a storyline, and it wasn't just whine, cry, blah blah blah. It was actually turned out pretty good.
So we found out, I don't know that we've talked about it since then, they found out that I thought I was right. Pidge was a girl.
You're right. Pidge is a girl. I was like, nah. But I was thinking too, I was like, there's not a girl on the team? Like, it's all dudes? Seriously? There's no way. There's no way.
But I thought she was a girl from the beginning. I was like, because I didn't catch the, oh, is that your girlfriend joke that they kept teasing her with?
Yeah. You remember what her name is?
Yeah, it's Katie.
Okay.
I told you what it was. Did you just look it up?
I did.
I
took notes.
Yeah. God, questioning me. So, have we found out if it was greenlit for a sequel?
I haven't heard anything. I also haven't looked, but surely, right? Surely, based off the series and to me the response it received, like, how could you not do it? At the very least, if not including the way it ended. It's like that. You can, right? There's no way.
Yeah, I would think it's gotta. Let me just look and see right here.
Okay, I'll do some vamping. So you get to where you find out that they get the crystals for the castle. It's from a planet that's not really a planet. It's like a little asteroid, but it's a living creature, and they harvest the crystals from this creature. And typically you repay it back. But Zarkon and his cronies are just harvesting this thing. Like taking it and running with it. Going for broke. No big deal. So it's kind of like it hits you right in the feels. It's like, alright, my heart hurts because they're ripping this creature apart just for the materials out of it. And
but it was for crystals. Did you see how awesome those crystals were?
Yeah, but it's like they didn't have any. They didn't care about its life at all. They were just taking it with nothing in return.
It makes you wonder how many other planets, or I guess we can call that a planet, they destroyed by taking the crystals as well.
Yep.
So, according to premierdate.tv, Voltron as of June 10th, when this was last updated, has not been renewed for season 2.
Wow. It
says Netflix is yet to renew Voltron Legendary Defender for season 2.
No way.
And this is interesting because I don't know how popular it was. It was a good show. I had never seen the original. Like, if you may recall, I was expecting eagles if you saw from what Josh told me, because I wasn't familiar with it. But I liked it. I watched the whole series as well. I did tell you off air that it was going to be crazy the way the series ended if there was not going to be a season 2, which I know they're probably planning on it. But the way it ended, I would have thought they already had a season 2 greenlit.
Right.
Because they scattered. I mean, if you hadn't seen this, it's spoiler alert, but it's been out for a month now. So this is full of spoilers. So if you hadn't seen it, then it's a cartoon. So I mean,
that's on you.
Yeah, it's on you. So so they scatter the lions and the paladins all over the universe, I guess is what we could say, as they are trying to get away from
Zarkon.
Yeah.
Because like they have to go rescue Princess Aurora, because she essentially says, "No, Shiro, save yourself. I'll sacrifice myself to save the good of the team." And they're like, "No, we're not leaving our princess."
Yeah,
captive.
Whenever they decide to go to rescue her, I'm like, they're not seriously going to take Voltron there, are they?
Why else would they get there?
I just couldn't believe that. I mean, what do we really know? Voltron is supposed to be the most powerful thing in the universe. And Zarkon is going to be the second most powerful thing in the universe. I don't know. But Voltron has struggled to beat every enemy that they fought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're new. They're new paladins. They're getting accustomed to how Voltron works. But so far, it's each member of the team just shoves their little, whatever they're called, like lancer into the thing and turn it, and it's like, hey, there's my weapon that you can use as Voltron, which I think is cool. But it's like, okay, it's happened with two people. Everybody else just do it already, so it's not like a sudden surprise. And they refuse to cut down. I timed it. The stupid transformation scene is 1 minute and 45 seconds long.
I was going to ask.
It's like 2 minutes long just to transfer. I know you're transforming to Voltron. I get it. Cut it out. We don't need to see it.
Okay, let me ask you this though.
I don't need to see it.
If you're 7 years old,
I don't care about the kids. I'm an adult. I'm watching this because it's interesting.
Yeah, if you were a kid, would you want to see that? I mean, how excited would you get seeing that happen?
The first time, I'm pretty excited. The 100th time, I'd be like, okay, I'm over. It's like intros on TV shows. It's like, okay, you get your before the intro funny part out, like a How I Met Your Mother, and then once the intro starts, it's like skip. I don't care about your stupid intro. I've seen it 1,000,000 times. I'm skipping it. I don't care about the transformation. I'm skipping it. I don't. Nothing new is gonna happen.
Do you skip Family Guy's intro, the song?
No, because there was that one time.
No, you don't, because it's part of it. Because think about since I didn't watch Voltron as a kid, I think about this. Whenever your powers combine, I'm Captain Planet. It was so pumping when I was a kid watching that, and them shoot their rings in the air, and then Captain Planet.
But it didn't take 2 minutes for it to form Captain Planet.
I don't know how long it took.
It was like the lights all come together in a bright flash, and you have Captain Planet. Just do that.
But was it really that quickly, or was it longer and we remember it that way because we were so excited as kids?
Maybe that's how we want to remember it, because it didn't cut the daggum thing down to something viewable.
So, every time I saw them form Voltron, I saw this intro, I just could not stop laughing because I was thinking about you.
I was timing it. Like, I was watching it on my phone one night laying in bed, and I was like, start. And, like, I tapped the screen to see what the timestamp was. And then, like, 1 minute, 45 seconds later, they finally finished. And I was like, oh, my gosh, you cut out 2 minutes. That you could have put in something else for the story. It's like, come on, man. I get the transforming. I understand that.
Oh, man.
Take it out. That's my only gripe about the daggum show. Take out the stupid transformation.
So, what'd you think about Zarkon used to being a paladin?
That was freaking awesome. Like, at one point, I was like, he was the black one.
Well, he said he was.
When? Well, I mean, whenever they're fighting, like, he hadn't mentioned it the whole time during the series, but then whenever they go to him, and I was like, no, he knows too much about him. He had to have been one. And then it was like, yeah, that's my line. And I was like, oh snap, dude. He's like, in back of my line. Like, I'll take it. It's fine.
I never thought about him being a paladin until I saw him holding his weapon.
Yeah.
That's why Shiro doesn't have a weapon.
Well, she said it was destroyed.
It wasn't destroyed. I guess maybe she doesn't know that Zarkon used to be. Because think of this: how long was Princess
Aurora
asleep for? 1,000 years.
10,000 years.
10,000 years. Zarkon was evil when she went to sleep.
Yeah. It's like, how did she not
10,000
know?
years later. No, I mean, we don't. How old is he? How long ago was he? Because her father was also a paladin. I think I remember them saying something about that. I think.
So are they like the original?
Yes,
part of the original 5?
I think so. I'm wondering who the other 3 are, because we know her dad's dead, her father's dead, the king. Zarkon's alive. He's evil now. Who are the other three? I'm curious.
Maybe the second season that's not greenlit is going to go into that.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because if we'll say like 12, 14 episodes, that'll probably be enough to cover a season. In my opinion, I think that's what this season was. Like, you have to get all the paladins back together. You have to have a goal for them to complete, which is to defeat Zarkon. But you also need to flush out potentially the other three original paladins,
possibly,
and how can they get stronger whenever they're separated, because they struggled. Like, as Voltron, like as all the lions fighting one dude, like one guy, they couldn't touch him. They were having a hard time just even fighting him by himself.
So, when I was watching it, I watched the last episode pretty late at night. So, did one of his guys help them escape?
Somebody shut down the stuff inside. Somebody shut down the stuff to keep them, because they were essentially, it was a big trap. As soon as they got in, they closed the dome. It was like, bam, you're trapped. You're never getting out. Somebody did let them out. Somebody shut that down.
It was
Oh, I wonder if it was Pidge/Katie. I wonder if it was her dad or brother that maybe, since he's been captured for so long, has been converted.
because it was a purple guy.
Yeah,
But I can't remember what his name was.
I was like, I wonder.
It was the one that was that was trying to capture Voltron without letting the Emperor know.
Oh,
I cannot remember his name though.
I'm not 100%. I could check my notes and see, but I thought it was kind of interesting. Sindek.
That's right, Sindek.
Okay.
I was wondering if that was him that let them go.
Just to be like, no, I can actually do this. I can do it. I'll prove it to you. I can do it.
But, so, was there anything you were disappointed about?
As a series,
Yeah.
no. I thought it worked really well. It was kind of slow to start off, which I get it. You got to build the characters. You got to build the story for people that don't know it. I get that. The stupid whiny parts in the middle, I get that. But it finally flushed out into a good series at the end with an overall objective, and then everybody scattered. So now I want season 2. Like, it ended on a note where it leaves you wanting more.
Right. And I didn't think it was slow at the beginning because I was learning so much, so I didn't really feel like it was slow. That's not the way I describe it. But two things that I would say I would ding this series for is, one, we don't ever find out anything about Pidge's family. We know she's looking for him, but really after like episode 4, it's like that's not even something she's thinking about anymore. Even though they're still looking, and I use air quotes that you're missing. These are awesome. You guys just can't see them. We don't ever find out. They don't really flush out that story hardly at all about that. And the second thing is Shiro is always having these flashbacks, and they mention it to him, and we know that the evil, I don't know what her name is.
I call her the side chick.
Yeah, she created him, she said, but we don't really get anything flushed out about him either.
Yeah, there was like this season was set up to me in the first couple episodes to be about Pidge,
or about Shiro, or about both of them.
Yeah, and finding a resolution. And now it's like, now we got to get all the guys back together. We got to get the team back together. What happened to that whole storyline? Yeah,
so we didn't, which I'm fine with it because it's the first season, but it was kind of weird the way they laid it, because we know there was more. Well, I don't know if we know. I said from the beginning that there was more to Shiro than what was initially we learned about it. And I thought that Pidge was a girl from the beginning. But we don't really know. I mean, they didn't develop that story anymore, so.
Right. So what if and when, because surely they're going to, they do a season 2, what are your predictions? What do you want to see happen? Let's say your top 2 predictions for the story for the season 2.
Well, one is that we know that they'll come back together.
Okay.
They're not gonna stay separated forever. Side note: how sad was it when she had to kill her father?
That was pretty sad. I mean, not cryable sad, but in the field sad.
Right. And
then move on.
I mean, they've got to either one of two things. Either one, they're gonna either find Pidge's family or flesh out some more of Shiro's backstory and how he ties in with her family. Or two, Sindak, we're gonna find out if he let them go, why he let them go, and a little bit of information about him. But other than that, they're just separated all over the universe. So they're all going to have their individual struggles wherever they end up at. But it just was so vague the way it ended. It ended on a cliffhanger. I didn't really think that was a good way to end the series, on a cliffhanger, because for one, Netflix shows are released all the episodes are released at one time. So we're looking at probably a year until another one comes out at least. And it's not like in 6 months we'll start getting more episodes. It'll be probably a year. And two is that if it is a year, that would be like on pace with like Daredevil and a few other shows. But like Jessica Jones isn't coming out until it's going to be more like a year and a half or longer. Same for Marco Polo on there. There's only a few shows that come out on clockwork every year, so it's just kind of interesting, and especially since, according to that website, they haven't greenlit season 2 yet. So
yeah, so because that's going to take time to animate and all that. I mean, computer animation is not going to take near as long as hand drawing it, but still, it's going to take a crap ton of time.
Right. So, but overall, I mean, it was good. It was good. It was interesting. I'll definitely watch it again. I'll add it to my rotation of my late night TV shows. So, all right. So that gonna wrap up our Voltron talk.
Voltron is done. Legendary Defender is spread across the universe. Now we wait and see, in the darkness of space, if they'll come back and form Voltron.
In the darkest of night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my lantern.
Light?
Green Lantern's light?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. Maybe.
That's it. Oh, speaking of which, somebody else had mentioned it too, or actually everybody has mentioned it. What do you think about there not being a Green Lantern in Justice League? At least as of right now. Because right now you have Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, somehow, maybe. It's like, he dead. Okay, I don't get it.
Well, I've heard of that Cyborg may not be in it either.
And then Aquaman. It's like, what? You're missing one of the members of the Justice League, Green Lantern. How do you miss an entire member?
They're also missing Green Arrow as well. Isn't he a member of Justice League?
He's a member. I don't know if he's like one of the main guys. Green Lantern's like one of the crew. He's one of the crew.
Or Robin?
No. He's on Young Justice League.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, because they got a lot of ground to make up to catch. They got to start doing some things right. So
okay. So back, since we're talking DC, Batman vs Superman, this is the only one I saw, and I thought the Ultimate Edition. I thought it was a good movie. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. Yeah. I was watching it and I was like, the very first 5 minutes of the movie, I was pissed off because I called the Kryptonite, and I hated that. That was dumb, in my opinion. I get it. I get why they did it, but I was like, no.
But if there's not Kryptonite, then there's really no way to fight Superman.
Right.
So if you don't have Kryptonite, then Superman kills Batman instantly.
Well, I didn't want it to be like, oh, bam, within 5 minutes, find the freaking Kryptonite, and bam, within 5 minutes, find the freaking Kryptonite. It's like that. Oh, my gosh, man.
But, no, I understand what you're saying, but you had Lex Luthor looking for it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That part of the story bugged the heck out of me. Like, no joke. Because, well, I guess we'll go ahead and get to it. Because Lex Luthor knows who Batman is. He knows who Superman is. Like, their real identities. Their alter egos or whatever. No. Like, to me, that's way wrong. It's like, there's no, like, it's not like the Joker where he knows that Batman's Bruce Wayne. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about Bruce Wayne at all. He's in it for Batman. To me, Lex Luthor is, I'm going to destroy you any way I can. And he did it in the movie. He went and got Martha. And it's like, how do you know that that's his mom? Like, no. That ruins the whole illusion of the secret identity. Now what's the point in having a freaking secret identity if everybody knows who you are? That's dumb.
Yeah, but he's not really the type of person to tell. He's not telling people who Batman and Superman are.
I mean, Lois knows who Batman is or who Superman is. It's like, really? Really? In the first movie?
Okay, but think of it this way. You got to remember it this way. Man of Steel happened, where this city gets completely destroyed by them fighting, by Zod and Superman before snap neck.
Yeah, and that too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so much to talk about, so little time.
So you have the snap neck that heard across the world that destroyed Metropolis.
Snap neck heard across the world.
Yeah.
Clack. Clack. Clack.
Tweet that at us. That's what happened, and then you have 18 months, because Lex Luthor, I think he was responsible for helping rebuild a lot of Metropolis. So he has some ties in Metropolis, and you have Bruce Wayne that sees part of Gotham get destroyed, and you got to see his perspective.
Tower.
Yeah, his perspective whenever he's going and seeing this fight going down and his tower getting destroyed, and all those people dying that worked for him. And so for 18 months, you had Batman and Lex Luthor seething at Superman. And so Lex Luthor's a smart guy. I mean, you saw the way he negotiated with the congressman in the beginning to get to Zod's body.
Yeah.
So he knows there's something that's out there that can, and he just happens to find it. I mean, they found it right where that, whatever that thing is from Man of Steel. Yeah, the ship was at. So, I mean, they've been looking for it for 18 months for stuff like this. So, I wasn't that concerned about it because they're trying to pack 18 months of what happened after Man of Steel into just a few minutes that they spin on it in the movie. So, I mean, that's why I was okay with that.
Yeah, I was like, that could have been such a good realization moment that was captured and it was just brushed over like it never even happened.
The kryptonite?
No, the whole, hey, I figured out who everybody is. It was just like nonchalant, like no big deal. It's like Lex Luthor knowing Superman's Clark Kent. It was just like that wasn't like on screen as like a realization, like capture his face moment, which I thought would have been awesome. It's like,
you don't think it was whenever he showed up and he shows he has Martha?
That was more of a realization moment for Superman. I wanted to see it on Lex's face. Because like watching...
Oh, you're saying him be surprised when he figured out who he was.
Like I know it's two different worlds and everything, but like watching Smallville, they were like buddies. Clark Kent and Lex Luthor were buddies. It's like I don't... You don't think whenever he finds out that that's who Superman is, it's not going to be like a realization moment, like I spent all this time with this guy and everything, and then now it's like, well, whatever. I know who you are.
Well, this is Lex Luthor's son, though.
It's just frustrating.
This isn't the Lex Luthor. It's his son.
Oh.
Because remember, he talks about the painting being.
Oh yeah.
So he's the son of Lex Luthor. I assume his name's Lex Luthor. Also, I don't know if it.
That's Alexander Luthor. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that part. So, because I don't think Superman knows that anyone knows who he is until he shows that he has Martha.
Yeah.
I think it showed his weakness. He's like, how did, and yeah.
Well, I think whenever he got a hold of the ship and got all the information there, he learned everything about Clark, everything about what happened. Like there's no way around that.
Right, and he probably did. That's probably where he learned it at. I would guess. See, you're talking about this being brushed over, but for me, because I saw the original, this isn't something that I'm worried about because there was so much other part of the story brushed over. So if you guys saw you need to see the Ultimate Edition. It explains a lot more, much better movie. By the way, we're doing spoilers on this all the way through. So we've only really been talking about the beginning of this, but
in case you hadn't noticed, we're doing spoilers.
Yeah, this is a spoilerific episode.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've heard online by a lot of people is that was a much better movie.
Yeah, it was
much better.
a lot better. They really fleshed out a lot of things. Like the way that Lois Lane gets the bullet, it's really explained what was going on there, and you see them. And this is all from the beginning. Whenever Superman saves Lois Lane in Afghanistan,
Somewhere Africa or something.
yeah, somewhere over there, he saves her, and it shows them burning bodies to make it look like Superman did all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then it really elaborated on why Lex Luthor blew up the Supreme Court hearing. And then it explained that there was lead in the chair that the guy was in, and that's why Superman couldn't see in there. And there was just a lot of things like that was kind of fleshed out in the longer version. That in the original was just like, okay, I guess we're just trying to progress the story, so we got to have this happen.
It's like they cut out the wrong parts, but they had to cut out something. I mean, what would you have cut out?
Right.
It's like what they cut out, that seems to make sense to me. I mean, I didn't see the original, so I don't know. But like I said, I watched it. I was like, why is everybody complaining? This is a good movie.
I'm going to be getting the original pretty soon, and we'll watch it because it's 30 minutes shorter.
Okay.
So
another 30. They took out 30 minutes.
So we'll watch it, and you'll see kind of what the difference is.
Right now, what were your thoughts on Batman killing everybody? I was like, what's going on with this world? Like, what? Like, I guess that's how you would describe it. What world is this in where Superman kills, Batman kills, like no regard for human life? It's like we're killing everybody.
Yeah.
It's like what?
I think for Batman, he realized that his way was not working.
Or like even the branding, like he was branding the villains, like the bad guys, the criminals, and then they were getting killed in prison. It's like he was a director, like literally what he did caused them to get killed.
Right.
Like, no way around that.
Yeah.
I thought the brand was a pretty cool idea though.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool too.
I was like, that's awesome. You should do that.
I don't remember if it showed them getting killed in the original. I don't remember that part. I do remember it in the Ultimate Edition. I hadn't seen that movie since March, so. But, yeah, I think it's like Batman's like realized that he has to resort to this. Is what it feels like. Is that he can't. If he doesn't kill them, then he's going to get killed because he can't fight with these guys like he used to.
Yeah, I did find it kind of odd where, I mean, I guess the way the Dark Knight series of movies was, they, like he knows that they know who he is, or somebody knows who he is, so he's flying off in the distance, he's retiring or whatever. But in the Batman vs Superman, he's not in Wayne Manor. Like that's a rundown, trashed area. It's like, okay, what happened to Wayne Manor? Why is he staying in the middle of the woods now?
Right. I don't know if it ever tells. I think it burned. But I don't remember it.
Like, why wouldn't he rebuild it? He's a billionaire, bajillionaire. Like, he's the wealthiest man in the world, or one of them. It's like, just rebuild it. Whoop-de-doo, man.
Did you see that other house he was living in?
Right.
I mean, really?
Yeah. But, I mean, that's your home. I guess maybe the memories or something. I don't know. But it was like, why is he not in Wayne Manor? That confused the heck out of me. It's like, I don't get it.
Right. What'd you think about Alfred? More hands-on.
I thought he was the perfect fit for that Batman. He was smart aleck. He backtalked. He wasn't your typical butler. He was like, I'm gonna speak my mind, man. Forget you. I'll tell you what I think.
Smart too. I mean,
yeah, very
like
smart.
An engineer, smart.
Yeah, I thought it was a good fit. I actually liked Ben Affleck as Batman is a really good Batman.
Did I not tell you that?
Really good Batman.
I told you that was like he did way better than I thought he would.
He's way better than Christian Bale. Hands down better than Christian Bale.
You disagree with me when I told you that before the movie, didn't I? Didn't you?
Yeah.
I think you did. I think I told you.
I didn't like Christian Bale's Batman because it's like, I'm Batman voice, stupid thing. And this one, he had like a little voice changer that they worked on. Cool. It wasn't just him speaking in a raspy voice. It was like a voice changer, which makes freaking sense because he's Batman.
What is it?
Yeah. It's like, it makes more sense. And it's like, he to me, he portrayed Batman to the T. He's a really good Batman.
Best ever?
I don't know.
Who would you put ahead of him?
One of those. George Clooney. I like George Clooney as Batman. Like those movies, the Batman,
Wow.
Batman Begins, Batman and Robin. All those to me, growing up, Val Kilmer Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and there was somebody else.
Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton. Like, to me, those are Batman. It's kind of like Jack Nicholson's Joker to me. It's like, that was what I grew up in. Those are Batman. Now, Ben Affleck's way the heck up there. He's probably like the number 2, number 3. I couldn't tell you who my number 1 is because I hadn't seen those movies in forever. But he's a top Batman for sure. I mean, can he really overthrow Adam West? I mean, can anybody overthrow Adam West?
I guess you're right. I never thought of it that
Adam
way.
West went from Batman to Family Guy. Come on now. He's
That's
the
true.
mayor.
He's the mayor. Yeah. And he was on Big Bang Theory as Adam West.
Yeah.
As himself.
Of course. It's like, but I thought it was a good movie. I really liked it. Now, I think Doomsday was stupid. 100% dumb. Like, I thought Doomsday was a bigger villain in this universe than what he was. He was a one-off villain.
Yeah, I don't think... I think maybe that's how just Doomsday is.
It's like, what's the point in even bringing him up if you're just going to kill him off?
Because you're trying to get to Darkseid. Or to Steppenwolf.
But it's like, what? Then you're just going to kill them off and then move on. It's like at least in the Turtles, Shredder and Krang went back. So that they can come back. They're not dead. They can come back.
Name a Batman movie where the villain can come back.
The one with the Joker in it.
Which Joker?
Heath Ledger.
No, it looks like he dies at the end.
It looks like. This one, they literally killed the guy.
We don't know that he's dead.
100% killed the guy because Superman died also. 100% killed two guys.
I guess we could assume that Doomsday is as dead as Joker was in... Or even the first Joker.
Bane?
He got shot.
That's different.
I mean, all the villains from these movies die. Well, I mean, I don't know about Superman because I hadn't seen...
Superman's not a villain.
All the villains in the Batman and Superman movies.
Oh, okay.
It seems like they all die except for Lex Luthor. For some reason.
So, what do you think about on the graveside when you see
on the what side?
The graveside, the west side, east side, whatever.
Oh,
whenever they're burying Clark, and you see the coffin move. So it's like
the dirt move.
Yeah. So is he gonna come back? Like,
well,
no
of
big
course
deal?
he's gonna come back.
He's not exposed to the sun. How's he gonna get some energy?
I don't know how he's gonna come back, but of course he's gonna come back. Superheroes never stay dead. Only villains stay dead.
Well, it's like, man,
except for Loki.
How are they gonna bring that back? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. He'll come back.
So is half of the Justice League gonna be bringing Superman back to life?
I'm sure.
And then the other half is like, oh, we got your files from Lex's computer. We'll just like meet up and we'll be fine.
Yeah, you know, it was funny when we're talking about these things. I couldn't talk about Superman because I knew he was dead and you didn't.
Yeah.
And how well did I keep that quiet?
You did a really good job. For as long as we were talking about it, you never discussed the fact.
Did you think he was alive?
I was like, "There's
when
no
did you
way."
realize that he was dead?
Whenever they had 2 funerals. One super huge funeral for Superman, and I was like, "There's no way he's in that coffin." And then one like generic funeral for Clark Kent, and I was like, "That's where he's at." It's like, obviously, but I'm like, no, he can't be dead. You can't kill Superman. It's not how it works.
Did you not see him kill Zod?
Yeah, he didn't get his neck snapped. That's different. So Zod's alive? Like that's what I'm going to gather from if Superman comes back. It's like Zod can come back now. Why not?
He did as Doomsday.
Well, yeah. Technically, then he died again. I don't know. It was a good movie. I liked it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they could do with Justice League. I liked how Wonder Woman didn't have a huge role in the movie, but the spots that she did was just enough.
Right.
It was just enough.
What did you think of Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor?
I thought he did really good. Some parts I didn't like where he was almost like
crazy,
schizophrenic, like just off the wall. Like I like the way he talks all like I do sometimes. Just like repeats myself so much all the time. So I'm schizophrenic. Like I like the way he did it. I think he played I like almost all the movies he's in general. I like Jesse Eisenberg as an actor.
I do too.
But I thought he did a really good job as
I thought he was a really good Lex Luthor. I thought that he was different. He was like, he was just different, and I really did like the way he portrayed it, and I like the schizophrenia thing, and he seemed crazy because there's like, you never knew what he was gonna do.
Right.
Like Superman, I think really, I mean, except for being like a little sad baby in this movie, he really didn't know what Lex Luthor was gonna do to his mom.
Didn't know what he was capable of.
So let me ask you this: how did you feel about Batman and Superman fighting? They're doing this whole fight thing, and then Martha gets sad and it stops the fight immediately. Why'd you say that name?
Well, I didn't realize for the longest time that's what both their moms' names are.
I didn't either until I saw the movie, but regardless.
Well, because he says Martha and
Save Martha. Yeah, and I'm just like, as I wipe my face and head in frustration, I'm like, wait, you guys were just going to kill each other 2 seconds ago. And now you're like, okay, we can be buddies because our mom's names are the same.
Yeah, it's like he has a chance to save his mom now. Because it's the same name, and it's another superhero's name.
Right.
Something that did annoy me was they kept referring to Superman as a god. It's like, you're not a god. He's like, he never portrays himself as that.
Well, what does he portray himself as?
Just a guy trying to help people. It's not like he's well...
That's what they were saying, is because he was choosing.
He can't be everywhere at the same time. So he takes care of who he can. It's not like your life is better than this life. It's just this life would happen to be closer. It's like that to me, that's what it was. And they were like, you're not a god. You're not better than everybody else. And he's like, it's not like he's trying to rule the world. He's just trying to help people.
But if he wanted to rule the world, what would people do to stop him?
It's like, if he wanted to, he could, but he's not. Like, I don't. To what? Why slap the hand that's not doing bad because they might do bad? It's like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, why cage somebody because they could potentially eventually be bad? That makes no daggum sense. And that's why in the Civil War, I don't like that idea. It's like, just let it be good. Just let it happen. Don't do it because you think something bad might happen eventually.
How many people do you think died in the battle between Superman and Zod?
A lot. A couple of million. Billion. Couple of million.
I don't know how many it was. It's probably not quite that many.
10.
But a lot of people died. A lot. And that was all because of Superman.
Well, it wasn't all because Superman. Zod was there.
Yeah,
but at the same time...
But why was Zod there? Because Superman went and found his ship and activated something that left the beacon to bring Zod there.
But Earth. At the same time, if Superman wasn't there, they would have all been dead anyway.
No, because Zod wouldn't have been there.
He might have.
He wouldn't have. He was looking for Superman.
It was right for the planting.
No, because he was looking for Superman. He wanted Superman to join him.
Well, yeah, one of the last Kryptonians alive. Why would you not?
Right. And because his DNA had the way to save their planet.
Because he was the first natural born baby.
No, because they put that birthing chamber thing was put into his DNA or whatever it was. They explained in Man of Steel. God, it's a little confusing. So,
but what did you think about? Was it? It's not Jor-El getting killed by getting stabbed, and Superman getting killed by getting stabbed. Did you catch that?
Ironic.
Yeah.
I guess it's and his Earth dad dying from a tornado.
He's trying to save the dog. Yeah. Well, he didn't want him to be exposed. Just wait. Just hush, young child. Let me take care of this. I'll sacrifice myself for the dog. If that dog is not... What's the dog's name? Superman's dog. I can't think of his name.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, Superman's got a dog that's super powered. Come on now. I can't think of his name. Crypto. Yeah, I wonder if that's Crypto.
I don't know. So, I guess, are you just about... The last thing I got, I guess, so... Batman shoots Superman with the first dart that had the Kryptonian or kryptonite gas in it or whatever.
Okay.
And then Superman goes to punch Batman and gets his punch blocked.
Yeah.
So let's just assume that he did not know, because I don't think he knew he had been sprayed with kryptonite or that it was going to affect him that way. So are we to assume that if Batman had not done that, he would have just got his head knocked off? Because he looked surprised. It didn't look like he was pulling his punches on that one.
Yeah. Well, it was his mom on the line. He wasn't going to pull no punches. He was going to end the fight.
Well, he said he went there to become friends with him.
Well, he didn't want to resort to that, but
so,
Batman was such in a fit of whininess that he was like, "No, we're fighting."
Oh, so you're on Superman's side for this?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't like it's between Superman and Batman. I'm gonna take Superman all day
Batman already lost his mom. Why can't Superman lose his?
because he's not
That makes
Batman.
it fair.
Because then he would be just like Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
Now all Batman needs is a car, and he'll be just like Batman. If he would have lost his mom, then he would have got a car. It would be called the Superman Mobile, or the
He can
Supermobile.
fly.
Yeah, but he wanted to be like Batman.
So Justice League coming out in a year, in a few months. But before that, we got Suicide Squad, and
Oh yeah,
Ben Affleck as Batman will be in that as well.
yeah.
So how are you more excited, less excited for the Suicide Squad after seeing Batman vs Superman?
It hadn't really changed much because none of that translates over. I mean, Batman maybe, but for how long? It's like none of those characters translate, so it didn't really affect my mind much. But the more I see of Jared Leto's Joker, the less I'm liking it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I don't know why. Like I like him as the Joker. I think he could do a good job. But the more I see the trailers of him, and I'm like, I don't like you. I need to see you before I judge you. But as of right now, on first impressions, I don't like you.
Really, my first impressions is he's the best Joker that we've had.
Oh.
Hands down. I'm like really. I think that the way they're portraying this Joker, because they always could make the Joker as someone that's crazy and just wants to cause chaos. He sells that as being completely crazy.
Maybe I just haven't seen the same trailers. I don't know. Like it's just not.
And I could be wrong. I may not like him when I see it as well, but
Maybe I'll like it whenever I see it on screen.
I will like Will Smith though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts on Batman vs Superman before we put this one to bed?
Get it. It's worth it. It was a good movie.
Check out the Ultimate Edition. If you didn't like it, at least the first one where they messed up on everything, get the Ultimate Edition. Try it out. I do think it could have been, if they would have added another 30 minutes to it, they could have really fleshed out some things like Josh was saying with Lex Luthor discovering who they are, how he put the drive together to know about the super powered people and things like that.
The metas.
Yeah, the metas. Yeah, that'd have been cool. They could have fleshed that out a little more. But other than that I think it was great.
Do you think the Ultimate Edition tops Civil War?
Oh, no way.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Civil War still would have destroyed it regardless.
I think Civil War had. You have feelings for these characters based on your childhood with Superman and Batman. Civil War, you had feelings for those characters based on 13 films building up to that.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a lot of spoilers in that one. Just wait till you see that one.
I need to watch all the other ones first. I need to take a movie home every couple of days and watch those.
Yeah, they're in there in the same place they were the last time we did a podcast and mentioned that.
I just don't have time.
So,
I need to make time.
Yeah, check them out. So I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. Just about. Where can people find us?
Find us on YouTube, on Twitter at New Comic Fans. On our email,
That's our handle.
That's our handle at New Comic Fans. Or you can hit us up on Gmail, newcomicfans@gmail.com.
Yep, that's where we are.
Leave a rating on iTunes. Leave a comment on the podcast page.
Yeah, leave
Just
it.
anywhere. Share it, like it, favorite
Yeah,
it.
if you leave a comment or something, we will definitely address those in the next podcast for sure.
Yeah,
So.
just let us know. Leave us a comment, man. We'll shout you out to the
Yep.
top of the rooftops, to the windows,
To
and
the
to the
wall.
walls.
To the
Yeah, to the rest of it as it goes. Dripping everywhere.
gonna give you my. I thought I was going with Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Thanks again for checking us out, and I guess we will talk to y'all next week.
Yeah, new comic fans out.
Out.